Hello everyone, welcome back to the Robo Samurai channel, and today I'm going to be doing a quick review of the Transformers Studio Series 8610 Decepticon Sweep. And so here we go. This is the figure right here, and this is the box. That's what it looks like. It looks a lot like the original box that we had, and then he has pretty much the same insert on the inside, which has this background for the. Here, let me pull this out. There we go, and it has him turning in, the whole transformation ray or whatever it was that Unicron hit the Decepticon or whatever it was and turned him into a sweep. Now, this is a pretty cool little insert. This here is basically just a repaint. That's all this is. It's a repaint of the Sweep figure. Sweep. That's all it is. It's not called Scourge or anything like that. So anyway, this is what it looks like, and it has all the same articulation and range, and all the joints are pretty tight. It's got the bicep swivel. He's got the whole. I can swing my arms all the way around and hit the back of my wings. We've got this here, and then his wrists even swivel, and he's got a gun. It comes with. And it comes with this little effect part as well. So, and the gun is pretty much the same color as the rest of this blue you see here. So it's all over, and it looks like that. So that's what we're dealing with here. So, and the head sculpt exactly the same, and the rest. So for comparison, I'm going to go on ahead and bring in the other one. So this is one of the main reasons we're going to be looking at him today. Yep, he has the same effect part. He has the same molded gun, but the colors are different. And you can see the difference in the colors here between the guns. Okay. And you can see what these guys look like. Now this is supposed to be Scourge, and it's supposed to be the Sweep. So you can buy a whole bunch of these to follow him and get blown up. All right. So there is what these guys look like, and you can see the difference in the colors. And this center chest right here is pretty much the same. Well, it's not, it's painted just a little bit here, but that's what we see going forward here. And I would say, is it a lighter blue? Well, it's a different shade of blue, that's for sure. He still has the race swivel, all this other stuff. And then in the back, you can kind of see here. Let's take a look at the back of this. There are some paint differences here on the back of these figures. So that's what they look like. Now, let's go on ahead and let's pull good old Scourge to the side. Let's make sure this guy stands up right. There's only one more thing, by the way, I wanted to point out, and that is the hands are molded opposite. So on Scourge, you have a holding fist right here, and then an open fist right here. On the Sweep, it's exactly the opposite here. So this is the open one, and that's the closed one. So kind of an interesting thing that they decided they were going to go that direction. So before we put all these guys away, let's do a really quick comparison like I did before with you've got Cyclonus here. Lift your head up, Cyclonus. And you have Galvatron here. And there you go. I mean, he can stand in the back and command them to go to their deaths, whatever it is. And you can see kind of the different colors here with these guys and what's going on. And yeah, it's not a bad set. Now, I think the more interesting question here is, if you missed out on this figure, would this figure do? Well, you're going to have to take a look at this figure and decide for yourself. This one's probably going to be more readily available than this one is, because this one is now kind of out. There are really not very many issues at all with this figure being a remold, and in terms of mold degradation and whatnot. So that's something to consider. So if you missed out on this figure you might want to go on ahead and get, because it is exactly the same, minus the paint apps. So that's what I would say about that. So let's go on ahead and take a look here at him close up. I'm going to put these guys to the side, and we'll take a look here. So he has the same face sculpt and everything. He has the same articulation and all of that. So really not too much to report on here. So if you want to see the transformation of this figure, I'm just going to go ahead and link that at the end of the video. But let's go on ahead and take a look at him in his other mode. Okay, and here is Sweep, Decepticon Sweep, in his alt mode, and he looks exactly like the other guy did. So, yeah, some of the little differences is that these are painted here. I'll show you that in a second. You can also peg in his gun in the same exact place if you want. And you also have, yeah, it just seems like a lighter blue, maybe. I don't know if it's a lighter blue or not, but that's kind of what he looks like there. Yeah, he is a shell former, I'm going to admit, because look, I mean, most of his body is right there. But hey, you know what? I think he's still a pretty decent figure. So that's what we're dealing with there. So let's take a look at Scourge, and we'll compare these guys side by side. So yeah, here's what they look like. As you can see, the paint apps are very much similar. Except the different colors, just slightly different colors. So let's look at the bottom side, and there's that little distinction I was telling you about with these wings underneath here being painted instead of these being unpainted on Scourge. So that's what he looks like from the back. Oops, except, boop, there we go. Now he looks like that from the back. So, and whoop, there we go. Push those in place, and that's what we're dealing with. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I got for this. Oh, yeah, by the way, here are the guns. Same guns again. So not too much to report on there. Anyway, so as for whether you should get this figure or not, well, so if, like I said earlier, if you don't have this figure from the earlier run from the Studio Series line, and you're missing it, and you wanna have it in there, this would really fit. This would really be pretty much a 1-to-1 with Scourge. So I wouldn't even see a problem with that. I would say go on ahead and get it. I think the colors, you might even like the colors better on this than the Scourge. So so I don't see, there's not much of a difference. It's still a very solid mold. A lot of the engineering, everything, is really good, just like in my original review of this figure. So I would say go on ahead and get it, unless you need this color of the boat or the hovercraft or whatever this is supposed to be. If you can't find this I think would be a really good substitute. Now, I went ahead and I ordered this from Gamestop.com. It cost me about $35, and with shipping, I think shipping was only a few dollars. If you combine shipping with something else, they'll ship to you for free. So that's always a plus, So yeah, I didn't spend too much on this figure, and I think it's a really good, decent figure. So that's what I've got for today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to watch more of my Transformers reviews, please go on ahead and subscribe to the channel. And I will talk to you guys next time.